title. Sometimes here, sometimes way up there. Shit, for all I know, it could be like somewhere over here. Either way, moisture overfloweth. I am literally so proud of us. Just hello, motherfuckers, and welcome to my Club of Cottontails, a place for me to be me and help myself mentally and physically, or just get the moisture overfloweth out. Because today literally started as a low day. It literally started as a low day, and how I feel right now, yeah, I like almost don't believe that I woke up on a low day, but I did. I think back to the morning, I'm just like, oh, like it took us probably about 2 hours to get out and do the things, but we did it. Oh my god, and I'm so proud of myself. And like, not only did we do those things, but like my social anxiety was pushed to the limits today, and I did really good. I'm just, I'm so proud of us. I'm so proud of you, Amber. I'm so proud of you. So it is just after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Rainbow went down for a nap really easily, but being that it is nap time, I'm, trying to keep my voice more as like a sexy monotone level, and I do have partial of my ear exposed because when you have your ears 100% covered, you actually will raise your voice a little bit because a lot of how we talk is that we hear ourselves. So if you can't hear yourself the way that you think you should, you raise your voice. So you either teach yourself the mindfulness of like when you have your headphone on to keep the bass tone, or you expose an ear so then you can actually hear yourself and keep the bass tone. So that's what we're doing. I do plan on gaming a bit, but I'm not too worried about you know being able to hear all the sounds in game. I am noticing that they just did like this updation on YouTube. Cottontaile is moist. 1K subscribers, 2.3K videos. The fact that it lists that now, and then random content creator, I'm kind of living for this new setup, and then the join December 2012, which you gotta love, because I did join YouTube December 2012, but we didn't do anything. We just lurked and every so often commented on like Graveyard Girl stuff. It wasn't until 2016 that I actually started making the content. Those 2000, 2.3. Holy shit. I make a lot of random content. I mean, it's been 5 years. If I didn't have that amount, like we're 2 weeks shy to 5 years. Like if I didn't have that amount, I would be kind of surprised. If I'm really honest. Oh my goodness. I got Jaded Rose loaded to perfection. So let's get the content spread. Hopefully get some motherfuckers come chill, come chat with me. This meeting is 100% dictated by this thing right back here. I thought about putting it up here, but I find that distracts me more. I can hear it from back there. Um, yeah, no, and the fact that it's in the view, it's almost the same as having it right here. How interesting. But that little monitor, Rainbow's Nap, is 100% dictating this meeting. I honestly don't see this meeting going any longer than an hour and a half. When I do midday content, it generally is about an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And that's about the time that Rainbow usually naps too, is 2 to 3 hours. So I like to end the content traditionally before she gets up, just like I waited until she was asleep to start the content. Um, just the little things that we can do. So, hello, motherfuckers, and welcome to my Club of Cottontails, a place for me to be 100% me and help myself mentally and physically. Speaking of physically, the calisthenics with Cottontail we did the other day wrecked us something fierce. I was not as mindful as I should have been. I did not modify everything that I should have, and I'm paying the price now. There's some pain in my knee that, I'll be honest, it's a little different. It is I don't want to say it's a new pain per se, because I don't know. It could just be like a temporary new pain. So I'm hoping it's not something more insidious than just being, kind of tender in the one spot. I have been having to slather my CBD lotion on it just to make it to where I can move. Um, that was part of the thing. I had to leave my cave today, and in a cave, it's a basement, that's why I call it a cave, and there's stairs to go up. There's not that many stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps. It's not that many steps, but for someone who has arthritis and joint problems, that's like a fucking mountain, um, especially when you're in pain. So, you know, I was a little worried there, but um, I made sure to slather, my lotion on and everything. And I'm just really proud of myself for getting out and doing it because, part of me was like, oh, I don't really need those things from the store. It's more of a want to make things easier until I do my big grocery shopping on Friday. So it's like I didn't absolutely need the things, but in a way I did need them because I got some easier meals. Like, for example, I got these little frozen sandwiches that I can just put in the microwave, 2 minutes, they're done, easy peasy. I kind of needed those because when I have mentally low days or limbo days that I just can't ever seem to get it out of the limbo, it's difficult to do more than the bare minimum. So having something quick and easy to make helps when I'm only in that bare minimum sort of realm. La, la, la. Spread my moist contents for all to see. I'm live rather motherfucking now. Come chill and chat with me. I do hope to get some people to come chill and chat with us, but, I never really get people to come chill with me anyways, even on, like, a weekend, and truthfully, only person I need to make some moist as fuck content is me, so I'm here, semi-queer, and enjoying my life. Okay, live right motherfucking now. Come say hello, Cottontales. Of course, purple and green are my favorite colors, so I give some love in the form of my favorite colors. Mooiisstt-ure Overfloweth. I'm so proud of us. I really am. I'm so proud. I really, really, really am. And not just for the stuff I did today. I actually, I have a doctor's appointment coming up, and I had to, there's just, a bunch of things that I've been doing right now that are really difficult for me, and I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it, and I'm so motherfucking proud of myself. It's the last day of June. That's something else, too, is after Rainbow's nap time, I will be getting something up for Mama Kottontale. I do have a YouTube channel that's just me and my daughter. Life has been so chaotic that I haven't really been able to have the energy to make something like that, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I think me and Rainbow are just going to sit down and kind of talk to the family-friendly Club Kottontale. So if you're a part of, the family-friendly Club Kottontale, whereas this is just Club Kottontale, this is the content versus the content, the O versus the U type of thing. So if you tune into the content, Mama Kottontale, that YouTube, I think, me and Rainbow are just going to kind of do a little sit-down. I'm going to talk a little bit about different things. I'm at the beck and call of my technology, and it never really lets me do more of a recording than 2 or 3 minutes, so it's not going to be a long video by any means. I really don't think that Mama Cottontale has ever made long content. Really, she doesn't make content at all. I don't think Mama Cottontale has made anything more than maybe 5 minutes. So that's, definitely par the course of the type of content that they make. Whereas here, the content can be anywhere from literally 10 minutes to 12 hours. You just really never fucking know. Mama Cottontale, there's, a bit more normalcy to it, because it is me and my daughter. Alright. Post to Kottontale is moist. Live right motherfucking now. Come say hello, Kottontales. Come chill and chat with me, even if you're chilling, lurkers serve a purpose, so if lurking is what you choose to do, then so be it. I'm in such a phenomenal mood. My moisture is overflowing, so whereas it's good, even just thinking about a lurker is making my chest kind of tight. I can much more handle triggers when my moisture is just flowing the way it is, and it's it's hard to explain because like I had some bits this morning that were kind of interesting, but I really can tell that my view on connections are is evolving, and I will always look at it as a good thing if someone isn't taking the time to actively get to know someone. I only want to actively get to know people who want to actively get to know me, even if I don't have that sexual attraction right off the bat. I really do hope to make a new connection with someone that we have that sexual chemistry, maybe some sexual tension, but we both are individually looking for something more meaningful. Sure, we want to fuck each other, but we want to fuck each other's brains and soul first. We want to get to know each other on a deeper level before we just succumb to that, because I find that a lot of times you don't even know if you could have a deeper connection with someone because you're not allowing yourself to go there. And for me, a lot of it is that I don't even want a casual thing. Like, I will go for it because we have needs, but to be honest, I can make sure those needs are met, and I'll be mindful when the slutty ambers get a little gung-ho. Like, recently the slutty ambers started popping up, and we were curious about some things about one of our new friends that I'm just like, we would never have sex with him, so why do we want to know what his penis looks like, you know? That's how I know that it was not me, but it was one of the hypersexual personalities, because literally that's what I said to them. I'm like, we have no intentions of ever having sex with this person, never touching them in that sort of way, so why do I want to know what his penis looks like? Purely because, the slutty embers wanted to know. Who fucking knows why they wanted to know? I still don't even know why they wanted to know. Maybe because maybe the size would be more of an incentive, but it's the sort of thing that, like, that's so shallow, and that's me just indulging a, you know, portion of the brains that I don't want to indulge. So we don't. Hmm. Let's get some ass bot. I think he's working pretty good though, actually. And Jaded Rose is already loaded. I did pull out one of my carbonated bubblies. Mm. They're all carbonated. I meant caffeinated. My caffeinated bubbly. It is in fact carbonated water, so it is carbonated caffeine, but I think most caffeine these days can be, no. I was going to say most caffeine is carbonated, but I think maybe it's like half and half, because coffee and tea very much can have caffeine, but isn't necessarily bubbly. Oh, I don't know if I'd want a bubbly coffee. That just sounds disgusting. Alright. But I did get a friend request this morning from someone that I thought was cute, so I added them, simply because they were cute, and I thought I recognized them from a group I was in, but I did not. Actually, I have no clue where they're even from. But it just goes to show how things can come about. I don't know. But if I'm being honest, I don't know. I get off vibes from that. I feel like they didn't really look at my profile 100%, so they added me. I don't know why they added me, but I feel like they added me because, they thought I was cute or something like that, or, I don't know. But I could just get this vibe that they didn't fully look at my profile. They didn't fully, really grasp who they were about to say hello to. But I don't know. I mean, my brains are definitely fucking with me a little bit, because the last thing I sent them was me talking about my mini human, and they had been responding pretty fast, and then they just kind of stopped. But regardless of where that's going, that's okay, because it's a new connection. I've been making such steady new connections that I already know that the one that I want the most and would love the most is coming my way. Romance is coming. I know it's coming. I can just feel it, because we've been getting a lot of, new connections and things like that. So it's only a matter of time before we make a connection that has, vibes on both sides where they want to get to know it. I also find that a lot of people who are just looking for casual stuff hit me up, and I'm not looking for that sort of thing. So, but let's get some of our bunny rabbit bitches giving you some love in the form of my favorite colors, purple and green, and they're blowing out some smoke, just letting you know that I'm about to toke. Hopefully we get some people to come chill with me and chat. I would prefer to have people chatting and chilling and not just chilling, but um, I don't know. I'd like to say that I wouldn't mind someone just chilling, but knowing my brains, as soon as we saw the number and no one talking, my brains would be like, okay. Now, hopefully the brace does okay, because the last time I tried to wear my brace, it did not. Although I have made sure that when I sleep at night, I had been wearing my sleep braces. Like last night, I put them on. I definitely took them off and didn't put them back on at a different time, and I'm so bad at that. Like, I wake up in the middle of the night to go potty, and then it's just so tedious because I tend to wake up a lot. So it's like constant taking them off, putting them back on. Um, I've taken them off in the middle of the night. I've woken up to me not wearing one, which is so interesting that Sleep Amber's just like, get that fucking thing off of me. Well, cheers to anyone incognitally here with me. I hope you've been having a stupendous hump day. It is June 30th, 2021. It is the last day of Pride Month. It is the last day of my daughter's birthday month. It is one day before July, which July is exciting for many reasons, but especially because on the 14th of July, my Club of Cottontales, this beautiful content that you're watching, turned 5 years old. I still can't even believe that. Um, Here in a couple days, it's the 4th of July, but there has been a ban on fireworks statewide here in Oregon, which I am honestly here for. I don't do well with explosions and things like that, so I'd rather not, feel like I'm going to piss myself every 5 minutes because people are blowing mortars off. Uh, so I'm glad. I'm thinking that because of that, it will be pretty silent. It's been pretty silent thus far. Definitely where I used to live, fireworks were legal as of July 1st, but people would start doing them off like the 27th of June. And, no one ever really called the cops because the place where I used to live, it was like bumping. Like, I used to live in Longview, Washington. In Longview, they have this Lake Sacagawea, and they do this like big 4th of July shebang. Last year they didn't have it for the obvious reasons, COVID, coronavirus, but I think this year they will be doing it. I can only imagine what Longview has been like, because you already know people who have probably been still doing the fireworks even though it was hot up there too. So I'm glad that I don't live there no more. I'm glad I'm here in my cave, my cozy comfy cave here in Oregon. I'm I'm really happy to be back in my home state. I really didn't think that I'd ever end up back here so soon. I kind of thought that I was going to be in Washington longer than I ever was here in Oregon, but I in fact moved when I was 17, almost 18. I was 17 and a half actually when I moved to Washington. Um, so 17 and a half years spent in Oregon, and then turned 18 and recently came back here, and I'm 34. So if you do the math, that's 17 years, but when it absolutely breaks down, it's actually only like 16 and a half. So I almost spent the same amount of time in Washington as I did in Oregon, but not quite. Oregon is still the place that I've lived majority of my life. But it is kind of interesting to think that as of right now, I've spent about half of my life in Oregon and half of my life in Washington. But all of it here in the Pacific Northwest. The beautiful Pacific Northwest. I love it. Oh, shit. I also love that it's literally almost 4:20 somewhere. It's 2:19 p.m. Let's get our lighter ready. Cheers from Oregon. Always a disclaimer, if you are under the age of 21 and you are not a medical marijuana user, marijuana is not legal for you. So smoke responsibly. I myself can go to a dispensary, the gloriousness of being 34, but also the gloriousness of qualifying for my medical card, which I am officially going to be getting it. I never felt the need to get it in Washington, but here in Oregon we have some other stuff available to me that I did not have the accessibility to in Washington, like more mood stabilizers, and I'm pretty excited for that. I'm not going to lie. Cheers to continual mindfulness and all the future endeavors. May there be lots of joy and happiness and love, but especially that taboo thing that we all know I want nearly the most, romance. And I say nearly the most simply because the number one thing that I want is kindness. Kindness, communication, and understanding. Those are the top three things that I ask for in any relationship, albeit friendship or romance, whatever it is. You know, I want your kindness, I want your communication, and I want your understanding, because sometimes you can be seemingly communicating, but there's not understanding. So if you are just talking and there's no understanding, it's just words. It's just, talking to a wall essentially. Yes, the best revenge is always to just happily move on and let karma do the rest. Yes. Oh wow, beautiful. La 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 la. Okay. There we go. Technology was trying to pull me through a loop there. Oops. At least I'm not trying to listen to Spotify. Try to have some of my music on in the background. It would really just be like, no. Yeah, we're not doing that for you today. You think I'm gonna work the way you want to, but different story. Oh man. But seriously, cheers to anyone who's incognitally with me right now, or you're watching it later on as posted content. For me, it is 2:23 in the afternoon on this stupendous hump day, the last day of June. Man, I can't believe it's the last day of June already. It's so crazy. Tomorrow is July. This year is just flying by, actually. I feel like, because I moved into my cave at the end of January. Literally January 28th is when I moved in. So February, March, April, May, June, I've literally been living here for 5 months. And it's so crazy how fast that 5 months went. Like, in that time span, my divorce became finalized. Planning of Rainbow's party, for her birthday, getting what I wanted to do for that. My cave warming party. So much other stuff. The last 5 months have been so eventful. Like, it just makes me wonder, like, what does the other months have left for us? Like, what's the last 6 months of this year gonna hold? I feel like greatness. Like for fuck, I shaved my head this year, and my hair is getting so long. It is getting so long, and I could put it into this phenomenal faux hawk that I am just like drooling over. I love my hair length right now. Like it's so like in between, like it's just really androgynous. Like it looks good on guys, girls, like just everyone looks good with a faux hawk. Right now it's a bit smushed, but you can see how like my hair, it always is pushing itself this way. So all I have to do is like put some hair gel on it easily. Just goes into that. Like I wake up and my hair is just kind of laid down to where it's centered up towards the top. I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. Um, Also, my gray hairs are very evenly spaced, so I still see them. Actually, they're not even gray. Them things are white. Ow! But my platinum hairs, my silver. There we go. My silver hairs. So whereas the silver hair is pretty prominent, it blends so well with the beautiful color. My natural hair color is stupid gorgeous. For one, it's not. It's brown, but it's more of like an auburn brown. It definitely has like a red golden tint to it. You can't tell here because I'm in my cave with this one shitty light. And I don't mean to put that the way I did light because you light my cave. Otherwise it'd be dark and I wouldn't be able to see when creatures are coming towards me. But for the purpose of showing like my hair color and the lighting here in Club Cottontail, it's shitty. I think we all can agree on that. But when you see my hair in real life, it's just like it's this beautiful like chestnutty color. Chestnut is kind of like a brown with red tone in it. Absolutely gorgeous, and it makes sense to why I'm able to lighten my hair so well. And right now it's even lighter. It's more of like an auburn, like with the sun that's been getting to it. It's just phenomenal. I am so here for it. I'm not gonna lie, Ruby Rose right now. She be having the same hairstyle that I do, but she has frosted tips. It made me want to go buy a freaking highlight cap and some bleach so bad. But I don't. If I go back to doing short hairstyles, I might do that. But right now, I really just want to focus on what my natural hair color is. This year, I really want to focus on the naturalness with my hair. Um, I've not done that in a long time. I did it for a little bit back when Rainbow came about. I couldn't bleach my hair when I was pregnant, so for the whole pregnancy, I just let my hair grow out, and then when I was breastfeeding, I let it grow out. But as soon as I could bleach my hair, I did. So this is the first time in probably since like high school, middle school. Yeah, first time since middle school that my hair will actually be just 100% my natural hair color. And I really want to try to get to December. That's when my birthday will be, when I level up to 35. I want to see what level 35 amber hair looks like. I think it's going to be gorgeous. And especially at the growth rate that we have, especially if I think we have a super clips. I don't know. If I go in and probably around like I'd say October, get a little trim on my hair just to promote the good growth. Um, I think there's a good chance my hair could be like chin level, if not longer, come my birthday. And I'm really, really, really trying to push myself to not do anything to my hair. But knowing me, when my hair gets to like these awkward Dora the Explorer length, I might put some streaks in my hair just to make it look less Dora the Explorer and more Dua Lipa, you know? just little less Dora the Explorer. I really do. Like I cut my hair one time and because it curls, I just ended up looking like Dora the Explorer and everyone would ask me, "Where's my backpack?" And it was extra funny because I do tend to use backpacks as purses, so and I've never really watched the show, so they would say other stuff that I wouldn't understand, and then they would laugh, and I would just, yeah. I was the butt of them Dora jokes for a hot minute. Um, but I kind of don't want to do anything to it. I want to just hopefully play with it and style with it. Just make sure that we don't let it settle and go this way. Just always keep ourselves side parted or like half of it up or something. Just do something to make it look less the way that it looks. um, but I really don't want to do anything unnatural to my hair. I don't want to bleach it. I don't want to put any, I love my fun colored hairs. I've always have, but I really, really, really want to see my natural hair color, not just for my 35th birthday, but even into next year. Like, I would love to do like a full years of growth. Excuse me. So the end of March is when I shave my hard to this level. So, April is the first full month of growth. I would like to see where my har is come April 1st of next year, because that will be one complete year of my hair growing since I shaved it off. So it'll be really interesting to see, from April 1st, 2021 to April 1st, 2022. Um, but it just really depends on me because I do get indecisive. Um, my hope, though, is to just let it grow because I want to see also different hairstyles on me and how much I like them. Like, I would have never known that I liked the faux hawk on me as much as I did if I hadn't shaved my head. Because whenever I go hair short, I always do pixie style where you have a very long bang. I've always done that. Whenever I went shorter in the back, I always left some length in the front. I've never done, short all over. But I've definitely never done the mullet where it's shorter here and longer back here. Um, which I do think I'd probably pull it off. But, I am intrigued just to see my hair in the different lengths. And then my hope is that we get to where my hair is coming to the Batman realm, like it's kind of here-ish. And then I want to decide if I want to put my straight bangs back. Um, it's funny as I see pictures of me like when I'm younger with the straight bangs, and it's like I liked it at the time, but I don't like it in the pictures. But then I see myself with the straight bangs when I'm older, and it's a different type of straight bang. When I was younger, I made sure it was like stark straight, like everything was straight. Now I do more of a messier straight bang, and I think the messier bang is definitely cuter. And also the messier one, you can kind of play with it. Like you can have straight bangs, but you also can side swipe it. That was something that I liked. So I've learned what kind of bangs that I've liked throughout the years. I just need to learn what length of hair I want, because with the fun straight bangs, I feel like your hair has to be here or longer. When it's shorter, it just, I don't know, looking too much like Edna Mode, and I'm not. She's fabulous, darling, but I don't want to look like her. I do really like my hair with the straight bangs and ponytails, oh, especially pigtails. Fuck me. Um, so just being able to see myself in different hairstyles, it will help me be able to choose what I want. I also, that's something else I've hella noticed how much I don't like strangler hair. So I've had some people over who had long hair and they shed. I remember the shedding when my hair was longer too, and I don't like it. Having shorter hair, you don't really, like, you do shed, but they're tiny hairs, so you don't notice them as much. Um, so it's just a lot of that sort of factoring. And I do know that I was shedding more because I had bleached hair. That's another thing. If I go back to fun colors, doing, unnatural colors, it's more harmful to your hair. My hair's also the thickest it's ever been. That was another reason why I wanted to shave it, is it's kind of an islander trick. I'm Filipino Hawaiian, and Filipinas and Hawaiians, when they shave their heads, their hair grows back so fucking thick. Most of the time, they don't do it unless they're trying to thicken up their hair, because it really just thickens it. And usually their hair is already pretty thick. For me, I did not get the thick hair gene. I always and I never understood it because Filipino and Hawaiian, like Filipino is my Asian portion, and I was like, oh well, Asians have thin hair. Not Filipinos. They have the straight hair, but it's thick. They have like this thick hair that looks thin. And then islanders, like Hawaiians, well, because I'm part Hawaiian, but there's so much more islanders than just Hawaiians. But their hair looks thick and is thick. I got the hair that looked thick, but was thin. So it's like I got the complete opposite almost, and I don't even know how. I loved it though when I was growing up because I was able to have a shit ton of hair and it just never felt like it. Um, and now it feels thicker, but it also could just be that it's shorter, so that's why it feels thicker. We'll have to see what it's like when it actually gets longer. It's very exciting, and it's so soft. Oh man, a YouTuber I follow, Kelly Eden. Talked about her before. I love her. She just uploaded a Sailor Moon tutorial. Ooh, I'm gonna have to watch that later. Okay, thank you, thank you. Ooh, so I have been working on these things, but only the ones that I actually like want. Um, so I'll probably end up getting this just because I will be, completing more than just one. Mainly because they have these back blings where they have different variants of it. Here's one of them. But they have different variants of these popsicle ones, and I already have two of them, and I want to get these other ones, so I need to play Biozone Wars. Oh, a trio. Okay. Well, that's going to be fun. But we need to do that, and then... Well, see, this kind of looks good, too. Well, and that probably will happen just naturally from playing that mode. But that contra looks kind of cool. Uh, this popsicle here, and this is another mode, Pro 100. So they have a bunch of things, and I played the Freaky Flights one already. That's how I got my popsicle that I do have. Oh, what's this? Tropical Thunder? Okay, I don't know what that is, but it sounds fun. Um, so I plan on doing this Pro 100 one and this Biozone Wars trio as well, but I won't be doing that here in Club Cottontail for a few reasons. Um, Being in Club Cottontail, my anxiety is heightened because it's a triggering bit. Like, I purposely chose YouTube as a way to help my triggers. It triggers me, I desensitize myself. Every second that I am making content in my channel, I am desensitizing myself. So that being said, we want to be mindful of what other stuff we do. And I just know, like, even just think about it, my chest is getting so tight. Thinking about playing either of those modes, either the Pro 100 or this, either of these modes, it makes the anxiety to the point where I like, my hands are palmy and I don't even want to start thinking about it. Like, you can tell that it's affecting me because, my voice. Anyways, oh, hey, that would be fun. We've we've done this one before, and it is a challenge. The floor is lava. But anyways, being that I want those popsicles though, I will be playing those modes at some point because I already got two of them. The prettiest colors, let's be honest. This is the like automatic one that you get, and I would say this is like the more of the like purpley color. And then I got this like orangey one. This one's really cool too. But I'd like to at least get the green one. When I first saw it, I saw this color, and then I saw the green, and then the blue was pretty as well. Um, oh man, it's too bad that this is kind of like pink. It's like a rose gold. But purple, green, blue, and pink are my favorite colors. So it would have been awesome if that one was pink. I guess this one's kind of like a purpley pink. But anyways, um, like, it looks great on her. She would look good with that back bling. There's a few of them. Although I'm running my newest pieces that I got because it's probably not there right now. But they had a bundle. And yeah, it's not in here anymore. But they had a bundle the other day where you could get Brotley, my Wiener Man, along with some other stuff. And I already had like a bunch of the stuff, so I was able to get two items. One of the items was 400 and the other one was like 800, but I was able to get 2 items for 400 V-Bucks because I already owned part of the set. So I was able to get both of these things for really inexpensive, so it was worth it in that aspect. To be honest, the only thing that I was kind of contemplating was this, and this was 400. So I was already thinking about spending 400 V-Bucks, so why not get something extra when I'm already planning on spending the V-Bucks? So, it was like buy one, get one free. Knock worst. And it's pretty cool, and that's why I got it running with her. Also, this is really cool because, oh, wrong thing. It has like a buttload of choices. You could just do the grilled wiener, just the plain one. Got the super loaded chili cheese dog, which, let's be honest, that looks so dank. This one is my favorite, just the plain mustard, because that is definitely how I like my wieners. And then classic, little ketchup on top of that mustard. And then we get this one, which this is like overloaded. Like, I feel like this is the vegetarian option. That's not even a hot dog, it's a veggie dog. Like, even the bun looks different. You see how all these ones, it's a plain bun? That one has like a fancy sesame bun. This is the vegetarian dog. This is the veggie dog. This is, I look like meat, but I'm not really meat. And it's got like, oh, it's got chives on it. Nasty. Yeah, no. I used to be a vegetarian. That don't look good. You know what I'd take? That bun with the veggie dog with the plain mustard. Mm-hmm. Deluxe duffel dog. This is so cute. It's called a duffel dog. Oh, chili duffel dog, mustard, classic. I love that I called it the classic too, and I didn't even look at that. Oh, and then the deluxe duffel dog. Oh, I still stand by that. I say that's the vegetarian one, but I get it. Deluxe. That's why it has the fancy bun and everything on it, because it's the deluxe meat dog. Okay, I dig it. I'd get mine without the chives. Thank you. Alright, make sure I have it on solo. Yeah. That is booty, so instead of hitting it like I was going to, we're going to reload Jaded Rose. I feel like naming your pieces is a lost 420 friendly form. I don't even know. It's a lost art form is what the sort of like analogy I was going for, but I was trying to think of a way to make it more marijuana-ish. But seriously, I do think it's a lost art form of naming your pieces. I always do it. When eventually Jaded Rose no longer does what she's supposed to, I will get a new one. The last one that she replaced was Emerald, and I believe he broke. Pretty sure he broke, and that's why I had to get Jaded Rose. Oh, gross! She just spewed all over me. Fucking disgusting. Oh, man. I need to back out. Why Jaded Rose? Why? I like literally have to take my brace off and go wash my hand because she just fucking spewed all over me. Oh. Okay, good. Wait, did it get it on my... Okay, good. It didn't get anywhere on the brace, but it like got on my fucking pants. Ew. Damn it. Oh my gosh. Luckily, the pants I'm wearing, or the shorts really, they're like a color that it won't stain it. And I don't think any of it went to the ground. I think all of my hand and the medicine ball caught it, but she has got some liquid all up in her that needs to come out right now. Gross. I'm just gonna let her vacate that. Gross. See, this is just another reason why I can't wait to have my medicine capsulated. If I had my herbage capsulated, I wouldn't have to worry about it spewing resin juice on me. Because that's exactly what just happened. Resin juice. All over my hand. Fucking disgusting. I'm gonna wash my hand. But first, I'm just going to make sure she is, because she doesn't need scraped. It just happens every so often. I see some people's houses too, like, that's how I know I'm not a stoner. Or maybe I'm just like a super duper clean stoner. But like, usually people's like smoke areas are like some of the nastiest things I've ever fucking seen. And I'm just like, how? How do you live like this? Like, how can you put that like in your mouth? Like, how can you, yeah, no. Okay, just making sure she's all nice and spiffered here. Because I did not like getting spewed. But, let's be honest, I'm glad that she spewed in my hand and not in my mouth. Because I have had it happen the other way. Not like a lot, thankfully. It's like she kissed me with resin on my lips, but it's still disgusting. Okay, now I'm just gonna let that sit for a moment, and I make sure this hand is clean, because this is covered in fucking resin. I'm gonna go wash my hands. I'll be right back. Fucking Jada Rose done give me the kiss of fucking Black Death. Like, just beating myself up. Ah, welcome back, Amber. Okay, Jada Rose, I think, is done spewing stuff. Of course. Later on her side. That was just gross, though. That was so unexpected and just disgusting. Like, we were just trying to start a casual match and reload her all casually, and oh, she had a different story for us. So, my hand smells citrusy fresh. I always make sure my hand soap in the kitchen is always a citrus-based one, either lemon or orange or grapefruit or something like that. This one, it just straight up is citrus. It's like a mixture of both orange and lemon and probably some grapefruits. But it's actually kind of cool. It's a dish soap hand soap. Like the way it's formulated is that you literally can use it for washing your dishes and just, pumping it into your hand. Whereas most people are probably like, I do that anyways with my dish soap. But not all dish soaps are formulated to, not dry out your hands and things like that. You think they would be, but that is not the case. So I like it that this one it's designates that, and it just happened to be the right sort of flavors that I like, and the color looks really awesome in my Hello Kitty dispenser that I have in my kitchen, so that's nice. Okay. Still be smelling like, oh, that's right. My fucking my pants had gotten some on it. Make sure to wipe that with a baby wipe, get some moisture up in there. Little disappointed that I did not think to wipe my medicine ball before I left the room. So it's like I don't even fully remember. I got it with the paper towel, but paper towel is just not the same as a baby wipe. Just kind of rubbing it down in all the vicinities. Okay. Excuse me, you need to stay open, good sir. There we go. Perfect. It's actually hella perfect. Okay. Well, after a bit of Jaded Rose Fatuckeries, let's retry that, shall we? Because I'd like to play at least one match. We need to consistently be playing to try to level up. I still have not checked to see when the season, I'm pretty sure it goes to September 12th. But I'm not 100% sure. But I do want to say it's in September. So the only really thing that I want is at tier 50. So I do have plenty of time to get it for sure. Oh my gosh. Now my wrist brace is not okay. Well, maybe gaming. Well, maybe I'll try it without my wrist brace. It's just the wrist brace is being weird now. Fuck. I just wanted to play a little Fortnite's in the Club Cottontale meeting. Either way, we needed a place to get this extra moisture out. Too much moisture for me. It it can be bad because I have a mood disorder. I can't let myself get too high, too low. That I gotta try to be mindful to do a happy medium. It's funny is it's easy to forget that because you're so focused on keeping yourself from not getting too mad or sad or something like that. You forget, you don't want to get too happy, and it's not really like that. It's more of excitement realm, because when you get overly excited when you have a mood disorder, it's like you don't really think about things logically, if that makes sense. But my therapist always just tells me, enjoy the super happiness, just be mindful within it to not let it consume everything. Because it's good to be happy, but there is such a thing as being just too much of something. There's always too much of something, especially when it comes to how your brain regulates. Most of the time, too much happiness is totally fine, but it's so hard to explain. She explains it so much better. But I do like that I'm mindful to not let it do that. And really, it is true because I have had friends in the past, just be like, Amber, you're being too overly excited, you know. Um, there is such a thing as just being, a bit too much, and there's a time and a place. For example, I can be my overly exervedness here, whereas I can't do that everywhere else. Also, this headset keeps working its way down onto my ear. I don't know how that keeps happening. It just like is slowly but surely like lowering. It's like, oh no 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 no, you want to be able to hear, and I'm like, well, but I want to be able to hear the game, yes, but I more so want to also be able to hear my voice because I don't want my voice going to to a certain octave. I want it to stay at this monotone. All right, getting Jaded Rose reloaded to perfection. Now that she has the herbage in her, I feel like we're safe to start a match. Do feel like I should wear my brace, but at the same time it was being wonky. I do know that we'll only be able to play one, maybe two matches. That's something that's kind of making me sad, that it's just the realization that I can't do my hobbies the way that I'd like to. Oh, okay, that feels pretty good. So I've yet to land at any of these traveling salsas. Those definitely seem. Oh yeah, so it's definitely in a good position. They seem a little bit intimidating, not gonna lie, and they do seem to travel. Because the last time, just like this thing is circling the island, it hasn't came over the island, but when it first started, it was kind of over here, so it's been circling the island slowly but surely. Um, let's go to the sweaty shark, do 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 do, sweaty shark. I kind of live for the fact that, like, most parents hate the Baby Shark song. I kind of, like, stupid love it. Maybe it's the fact that my kid doesn't just do it all day, every day, but, um, it's so cute when my daughter, like, she'll see something that's Baby Shark and she's like, Mom, do, 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 do. It's the cutest fucking thing. Like, how could you not want to put the song on just to hear your kid do the whole fucking song? Like, maybe. Really? Damn it. Do you, in fact, want that weapon, so I may pop down to get it. Damn. There's be a lot of people here. I've heard that Rick and Morty is a good show. I probably would like it. I mean, I like most things. I just like. That would be the only reason. That or Superman, right? And neither of them tickle my fancy, so it's just like. I just personally see no point in getting the Battle Pass. shark again, maybe? Yeah, I'm gonna do shark again. I will say this, I don't like all of the creepy sounds that the aliens add to it. Because you do get a lot. Ooh, okay, so we got 3 of them now? I could have sworn the last time we only had 2. Now we got 3 of these little flying saucers. I have not landed on them. I think that you can. I'm sure there probably is loot on them. I would assume so, anyways. I don't really know. La la la. La la la. I think I got some of I either forgot some somewhere on my hand, or I did in fact get some on. Okay, so there is some people going there. Doesn't even look like there's loot on it. No, 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 no! Damn it. Oh, thank goodness, it's right there. Okay, good. Oh, it flings mustard. Oh, that's so fucking great. We're fucking stupid for our circle. Oops, the dazzles. gypsies. No, 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 no. Whoa, what happened to the boat? Oh my gosh, what had happened? Okay. No clue what just happened to my boat. Oh, there's a mega booby in there. I can hear it. Oh. Fucking llama. Sounds in Fortnite these days. Oh, Jesus. Legit about to die. Not trying to have that happen. It's like I knew my death was imminent as soon as I heard the grenade. Let's do one more match and then I think we'll actually maybe end it after the next match. Nice bind. Jonesy. Man, it's just after 3. Rainbow's been now asleep for about an hour. She usually sleeps about 2 to 3 hours, usually depends. On average these days it's about 2 hours, which honestly I think a 2-hour nap for a 3-year-old is pretty good. But yeah, so do one more match. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that carbonation. Do one more match. And then I'm thinking I'm gonna watch some Friends before Rainbow gets up. So, I had been talking about how I'd been watching Crime Scene Kitchen and some other shows. Well, I had no idea that both Too Hot to Handle and Crime Scene Kitchen were shows that are like, I'm watching them live-ish. Like, I didn't know that, like, especially the Netflix one, I was not expecting it to have, like me to wait for episodes, and when it goes new episodes, I wasn't expecting that sort of thing. Then I guess Netflix has that sort of thing now. Hulu, Hulu, that's always been the case. Um, so when my crime scene kitchen, it got to the point where I was all cut up, I was like, oh damn it, because that one's on Hulu. But when the Too Hot to Handle, I didn't know that that was like, I guess, happening right now, I guess? I don't know. Oh shit, this person's coming here too? Damn it, that booby that's usually there is not there. I was him, I can't say that I wouldn't have done the same. Hunt down the person that also landed here. I probably would have gathered more before doing it. Because he had the whole house. It's not a house, I mean, it is kind of like a house, the building. I love how it splatters mustard. That's loud. Get these metal chairs at least. Whoa, squeeze me. Oh my fucking god, stop doing that. My thumbs these days, they just don't want to do what I want to do. Was fucking around making a boar angry, but left hand. You're doing good so far. Left hand's going a little numb. Right hand's good because it's in a brace, and the brace is actually in a good position today. But lefty ain't doing too hot. He's going nummy numb. So this is definitely going to be our last match played. And depending on if I toke this bull during this match or not, which I have all intentions to. But depending on if we actually do spark it or not, will determine if we took it post-match. Fucking a shit ton of gnomes for no reason. Scary as shit. I was hoping to find a better weapon than this heavy assault rifle. I do not like heavy assault rifles. Ugh. Just not looking like the case, so. Oh, I don't even have enough to. That's okay. We have a blue SMG, which is good. Could have swore I heard someone gliding in, but they must have went somewhere obviously not by where I'm at. Oh, my poor hands. I just like need to be in the circle so I can chill and let my hands rest a little bit. Oh, there's someone up here. People fighting. Oh, mixing with the laser beam. Yeah, that's great. Wow, he's got a laser beam and a thing to tell me like where I'm at. Death be with me. Oh, he was like an assassin. He was coming for it. Yeah, didn't have any good loot, did I? That's okay. Lefty was going numb anyways. Couldn't take much more of that. Works out better this way because we can just enjoy our toke and via Club Kottontale. And I thank you again to anyone that's been incognitally joining me. I just have had such a great day. The fact that the day started mentally low and we turned it into this phenomenal day. Like, I can feel the bits of like, kind of like, oh, you know, that sucks that no one came. But usually on a low day, like, it would really get to me. I definitely kind of definitely wished I'd hoped I could get someone to talk to, but I'm so glad that I just straight up turned a low day into a phenomenally high day, and it's just gonna continue to be that way. Like, I'm so proud of myself. Like, to like, oh, I'm so proud of myself. My social anxiety was kind of pushed a bit, and we got through that. Like, that's something that I'm super proud of myself. The fact that my social anxiety was triggered so hard today, and we got through it with flying colors. And that match literally ended with the perfect amount of time for 420 somewhere, and it will be Colorado 420. Because they're 1 hour ahead of us. So whereas it's 3:19 and about to be 3:20, it is 4:19 and about to be 4:20, or just now is 4:20 in Colorado. Which when I lived in Washington, they were my bud buddy states, so I definitely have like still a deep-seated love for Colorado. Both Colorado and Washington were the first ones to recreationally legalize marijuana. So, cheers to Colorado. Happy 420 somewhere. Ooh. You know what another thing about 420 somewhere when it's 320 is the next time is 321, 321. I love number patterns and patterns in general. It doesn't even have to be numbers. Colors. Oh man, I love like rainbows in all colors. Like shades of a rainbow. For example, shades of purples, like a purple rainbow. I got um, distracted really by um, singled out. It's in my single and nerdy group I'm in. There's a lovely gal by the name of Victoria that I have been putting romantic affirmations out for her. I put them out for a few people that I feel like, sometimes they can't necessarily do it for themselves. Like my mom being one of those people. But I was hoping that she would get to be the singled out every Wednesday in the nerdy group I'm in. One of the fellow members, they like will single a person out and they like have a little questionnaire that he answers and things like that. And whereas like I'm hoping it for myself, I'm really glad that she got hers. So I got distracted by that. So thank anyone that's been, incognito, like, oh yeah, she does this every once in a while. My my mom says she'll have me on in the background, and then she'll look up because I stopped talking, and she's like, then you're doing something on your phone, or you got distracted because you're just not talking. I'm like, yeah, that happened. Or I'm playing the game, because usually I'm just a chatty individual. I like to chat. And that's something else. So 3:20 my time is not just Colorado's 4:20, but my Canadian mommy, it's also her 4:20. So I'm definitely gonna have to remember that more so over the Colorado one, especially because now since I don't live in Washington, I'm not buddy states anymore with them. I live in Oregon, which I think legalized it the year after Washington and Colorado did, or maybe even 2 years after, because it was 2012 when, yeah, 2 years, because it was 2012 when Washington and Colorado did it, but it was 2014 when Oregon did it. So, I mean, now it's been, a long time, 5+ years, but yeah, our Canadian mommy. We talked at 4:20 her time. I live for that. Now I extra love that our match just happened to end at that time. Speaking of time, it's almost 3:30 in the afternoon, and it's time for me to say au revoir, ciao Cottons. Thank you again so much to anyone who's been tuning in incognitally, just chilling with me this whole time, or maybe you're watching it later on as posted content, doing the exact same. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a phenomenal rest of your Wednesday. It's the last day of June. What does tomorrow hold? Wake up, wake up. Tomorrow's the first of the month. It's exciting. I gotta make sure to put my rent check upstairs. Um, or how it's funny you say rent check, but really it's not a check. I give money, but it's like you just like your brain almost thinks to say it that way. But put my rent upstairs and see if I have any mail, and then I feel like July holds a lot of goodness. I'm nervous and excited for um, my doctor's appointments that I have coming up. I need to, you know, get my primary care provider set up, and I need to go more frequently. That's something else that I need to kind of get set up. Um, I feel like I'm going to be getting more acquainted with the bus routes as best as I can. If I can, that's something else is my knee. Ever since doing the calisthenics with Kottontale, we weren't mindful, and there was a few moves that I knew I should have stayed stationary for it. I knew I should have. I even remember what portion of it. It's when you do the voguing in Swish Swish. She moves to the left, the front, and the right. And I usually stay stationary and I do a little march. And I do that for a reason because my knee just can't handle that rapid movement. And I was just like, my adrenaline was going and I was so into it. And I ended up fucking up my knee, and my knee's been hurting since. I always have pain. I'm always in pain, but this is an extra pain, so it's just like kind of shitty, and it makes me wonder, like, can I even do public transportation? Like, can I walk the distance that I need to and lug around, a 3-year-old doing that? Because, especially the walk that I have to do to get to my doctor's office, Rainbow needs to be in her stroller, at least for right now, because she doesn't, um, she's just too young. I don't I have to go over an overpass. Like, I almost don't even trust going over the overpass with me and her, the stroller type of thing. Like, but that's my only way to do it, unless I figure out a consistent ride. But I'm going to be having a lot of doctor's visits. I have a lot of things that I need to get checked out, and my first visit, we won't be checking any of those things out. She'll be getting to know me and any pre-existing things that I have. Which Kaiser, she should know a lot of it, but it's also just seeing if you vibe with the person. Um, she looks, from the picture, I definitely look like I would vibe more with her than I did my last primary care provider. And when I met my last one, you know, the vibes were always a little off, but she always listened to me, and that's all I care about. I don't care, you know, what you are going to tell me as long as you listen to what I want and we do what I want, within the means of what they're available to give you. Um, but I'm really excited to meet hopefully my new doctor for a while. Um, and hopefully she, can see and also agree upon the fact that where I am in my life's journey right now, physically and not necessarily mentally, but a little bit. Like, you do have to talk about some things with your physical doctor. Like, it's important for people who form a relationship with you to know about your mental health, and especially your physical doctor, because your physical and mental, they walk hand in hand. That's why a huge bit when I say that Club Cottontale helps my mental and physical, is because they walk hand in hand. If you think of two things that just mesh together well, like peanut butter and jelly, that tends to be one that people usually think of, or like bananas and chocolate. There's lots of things that pair well together, but your brain, and for me, my brains and my body, they walk hand in hand, and they gotta move smoothly together. So I'm excited to just get everything continuing to go and be mindful every single day of just how I'm utilizing my body. That's why I'm so fucking thankful for today. Like, I literally woke up just like tired, grumpy, but then just in mentally low, just like all over, And we completely took the day and just utilized our mindfulness. I'm just so proud. I'm so proud of me. And Rainbow went outside. Like, oh man, that was probably um, something that I'm so proud of me, is that I went outside not once but twice. Like, when we got back from the grocery store, not really a grocery store, it's like just a little mini store, but anywho's these, when we got back from there, I decided, bring up the Zyke and let Rainbow roam around for a bit, and that was so much fun. She actually, like, she got dirty, she fucking be a kid, roam around, fall. That's, oh my gosh, I swear this kid could potentially be a BMXer, you guys. I am so excited for that, because she literally has no fear. She tumbles, just gets right back up. She fell almost partially on the concrete today, didn't cut her hands or anything, just got up, did this, and was like, okay, like, oh my gosh, and she was like, get going, and then she was like, jumping, and oh man, using her hands on both of her grips, and just like, oh man, I just, I can't even. She's so cute, and it's just a balance bike, is what it is. It's called a Z bike or a Zyke. Um, it's a balance bike, so it has no training wheels, but it also has no pedals, no chains, no gears of anything. It's just the frame of a bike with the wheels, and of course a seat, and they can walk, sit, and like walk. Like, it's super cool. But cheers. I think there's one last hit. Hopefully there is. Hopefully this isn't booty. But until next time, which only the universe truly knows what that's gonna be, always be kind to yourself and everyone else. And we'll see you next time. Bye.